This model review is a 1/72nd scale P-51D Mustang, and it's the Forces of Valor collection, and by Unimax. And box shows some nice artwork on the front and some finished details on the side here. It looks like there's a lot of detail. Let's take a look inside and have a look at our sprues. Here's the lower portion of the wing, and surprising level of detail. I don't really see any rivet lines, but these are all recessed panel lines, and there's even some detail within the wheel well. Here are the sides of the fuselage and the top of the wing, again all recessed panel lines. Surprising level of detail for a smaller model. There is nothing really inside the cockpit. Look over here. We do have a little pilot. We have some engine parts which have some detail on there. And this is the rear of the cockpit. Our spinner, crankcase, propeller. Oh, actually very well molded, very few areas of flashing or mold lines. So a lot of detail there. Not too much detail here on the cockpit seat. It's not ejection seat. Here's the lower part of the engine holder. Not too much on that one. Here is our canopy, and that's nicely molded too. We'll have a look at those in a minute. These are the fuel tanks and our tail wings. The lower engine cover. Our wheels also have surprising detail inside the wheel wells. Not as crisp or clean as I've seen in some of the other Forces of Valor kits, but still an impressive level of detail and surprising. Let's see if we can see our decals. And we have a few decals here, not very many, but they're nicely printed. And let's have a look at our instructions. We start off with our parts listing. And move on to the pilot and cockpit. Engine parts going on. The lower engine support mount, fuselage going together, wings going together, wings and fuselage being put together, as well as the landing gear, and then the fuel tanks, landing gear going on, canopy, propeller, and then painting guide. Decals instruction there, and paints needed. So all in all, surprising level of detail for a smaller model, but not as much as I've seen with other Forces of Valor.